So, the movie starts and we are shown a child named Steve. He is very fond of going inside the mines, but because he is a child, no one lets him go inside. Many years go by, and after all that waiting, he finally grows up and goes to the mines. To fulfill his childhood dreams, he digs there, and during this, he finds an earth crystal and an orb. As he fits earth crystal inside the orb, a portal opens there. Steve went inside this portal, and this world was very different from the common world. Here, everything was in square shape, just like it is the world of someone's dreams or fantasy. The name of this world was Overworld. One special thing about this world was that whatever you could think by living in this world, it used to happen automatically. For a creative person like Steve, this world was a paradise. He decides to stay here. Here he also finds a wolf dog, which he makes his pet. Years pass, the friendship between these two grows a lot, and it is shown that Steve had also made a lot of things for himself here. One day while working, he sees another portal, which he accidentally opens and goes inside it. It is revealed that he had come to another dimension of Overworld through this portal at this time. The name of this world was Netherland. There was neither creativity nor happiness. This world was like a hell. As Steve comes here, the queen of this world gets Steve caught and snatches the earth crystal and orb from him. Actually, this queen herself wanted to get this earth crystal and orb from a long time so that she may destroy Overworld because Overworld did not accept her. Steve was very scared after knowing the intentions of the queen. He understood that if anyone can save the Overworld, it is he himself. At night, he frees himself by deceiving everyone and steals the earth crystal and orb. Steve put his life at stake to save this crystal, and putting it in a bag, he gave it to his pet dog and told him to go to our Earth, taking this. And on reaching Earth, hide it in my room. On Steve's request, his dog runs out of the portal of the Netherland and comes to the Overworld, and then comes to Earth, coming out of the portal of the Overworld, and it hides this orb under the bed in Steve's house, as per Steve's instructions. Well, years pass in the movie, and we are shown a man named Garrett. He had a video game store where not many people used to come. Due to this, he was also short of money, and now he had also received a notice to vacate this place, due to which he was very upset. To save his gaming zone, he needed money by any means. To earn money, he thinks that he will buy a container with his remaining money by selling the things of which he will earn money and save his gaming zone. He looks at the container, and in one container he finds a game named Cosmos, which was a very famous and good game of old times. He hoped that if he launches this game in his gaming zone, then his gaming zone will start running again. In the greed of getting a chance, he buys this container, but later his luck betrays him again. There were only some old useless things inside that box and not the game. But in this junk, he found an orb and a crystal which he picked up, but he did not know what its real purpose is. He got the orb and earth crystal from the stuff because these things belonged to Steve's house. Garrett's luck was going so bad that when he started going to his house with that orb and earth crystal, his car engine failed and he got out of the car in anger and started shouting. The scene cuts, and on the other side we are shown a boy named Henry and his sister. Henry was a very intelligent boy, and like Steve, his imaginations were also very good. Whatever he thought of making, he used to first make a sketch of it in his drawing book. It is shown that Henry had shifted to Garrett's neighborhood. In the morning before going to school, he visits Garrett's gaming zone. Here he also meets Garrett, and he likes his things a lot. But anyway, he had less time right now, that's why. He came to school, and as soon as he came to school, the art teacher first asked the students to do a live drawing. A banana and an orange are placed in front of them, which they had to draw on their notebook. Henry was completing his assignment, but due to his creativity, he made a jetpack behind that banana, and because of this, he got scolded by the teacher. Because in live drawing, one's creativity is not shown. Only the thing lying in front is drawn, and in this way, the children also make fun of him on the very first day. Henry got very angry, and he wanted to convert his drawing into reality. That's why he works very hard and makes a jetpack and attaches it to a skeleton. He had brought it to the school ground to test it. Everyone stood to see it, but here a child cut a wire of this jetpack, due to which this jetpack flew but could not come under Henry's control, and collided with the people of the potato chip factory in front, and again he faced a lot of humiliation. Even the principal asked him to call someone from home. He knew if his sister came here, he will be scolded a lot. So immediately he called Garrett, with whom he had formed a good friendship. He tells Garrett that if you come to my school acting as my uncle, then I will give you $2,000 on hearing the amount. Garrett immediately agreed. Garrett will take Henry out of the school problem and brings him in his shop. After coming here, Henry sees that his jetpack was absolutely fine, but he doesn't know how it went out of control. He was very disappointed with his unsuccessful project, so he threw his diary in the dustbin. After this, he started looking here and there in shock, and then he caught the sight of the orb and crystal. Henry gets up here and puts that earth crystal inside the orb, and suddenly the power of the orb and earth crystal takes him in front of the same mines while pulling him from inside which the portal of the overworld was also opened for Steve. Garrett had also followed him here, while on the other side we were shown that Henry's sister was getting very worried for him, because Henry was neither at home nor at the gaming zone. Then she calls her estate agent, through whom she had bought a house here. On the phone of his phone, these people also reach in front of the same mines while tracking Henry. Standing here, all four were talking in surprise. Suddenly, that portal started to drag Orb in, and its vacuum force was so high that along with Henry, Garrett, Henry's sister, and that lady, all four also came inside the overworld. After coming to this world, they started looking at this world with surprise. They were not able to understand anything. Meanwhile, here we were shown a person from the overworld. When he saw the back portal open, he went inside it without thinking. That is, he came into the world through that portal. On the other hand, the Queen of Netherland also came to know that the orb and earth crystal have returned to the overworld again. That is why she goes to Steve and tells him that if you bring me that orb and crystal, then I will spare your life. Steve got happy. On the other hand, we see that estate agent was feeling so scared here. She asks all of them to go back to their world. Then night falls here in a second, and many skeleton monsters come around them, who attack them. To save themselves from them, these people start running, and at this time, it comes to Henry's mind that if there was a wall here, then these people could have saved themselves from those monsters. As he thinks, a wall starts forming here, and he understands that whatever you think in this world, it becomes true. Thinking this, he builds a room around himself due to which these people are saved from those skeleton monsters. Garrett was not with them till now. Henry had orb and crystal which he left outside the room he had built. When Garrett tries to come inside by picking up orb and crystal while risking his life, someone attacks him from behind with a bow and arrow due to which the earth crystal breaks, and orb is only left in the hand of Garrett. To save it, he runs towards that fort which Henry had built. At this time, many zombie monsters also come out from somewhere who were now after Garrett. While escaping from them, he climbed up the fort, and the zombies also came on top of the fort behind him, and in this way, the lives of all the people present here came under threat. Before the zombies kill them all, Steve enters here and starts fighting with the zombie monsters skillfully, because he had been living here for a long time, and he had past experience to cope with these things. Now he thinks that it is morning, and the sun rises, snapping the finger, and all these zombie monsters burn to death in the sunlight. Here Steve introduces himself to them and tells that he has been living in this overworld for many years. Steve also comes to know from the orb in their hand that earth crystal has broken, due to which he gets very angry because now due to the breaking of the earth crystal, the portal to earth could not open, and these people could be trapped here for life. Everyone got upset after listening to him, so now Steve tells them that there is a way. There is a woodland mansion inside which one last earth crystal is left. If you people want to go back to the world, then we have to get it, in which I will help you. But in return, you will have to give this orb to me. Everyone agrees to him. Steve tells that going to the woodland mansion is not that easy. It is a path full of dangers, where these people decide to make some weapons to survive, and Steve brings them to his store. In this store, many things were made by him, but he won many things by fighting with other people. Here Garrett also sees a strange crystal. Steve says, "Do not touch it. Wherever you throw it, you will be teleported there." Garrett ignores him and throws it at the backside and teleports backside all of a sudden. Now he was starting to believe Steve's words. Here Steve helps them that how these people can make things for themselves. Henry very quickly understood all Steve's words, and here he made such a pressure gun for himself that even Steve was surprised to see this. Here Garrett, whose brain never worked in such things, he is able to make some strange things here. So Steve asks him, "What are you doing?" Garrett says that actually I have no interest in making things. He was only interested in that treasure, which was hidden in those mines from inside which this portal of the overworld had opened. Garrett says to Steve that if you take me to that treasure, then I will give you this orb myself. They were still talking when the monsters of Netherland attacked here. The queen of this place needs that earth crystal and orb. To save themselves from them, they start fighting, and during this time, Henry's sister and that other girl get separated from these people. Steve takes Henry and Garrett to a high place. Going there, he gives them iron wings which can make them fly. He shows a hill in front of them and tells that there is a woodland mansion behind that hill where you will have to get that earth crystal. To test these wings, Garrett first throws Henry down, but the wings do not open. And before Henry falls on the ground, his wings activate their magic and start flying. Seeing this, Garrett also jumps. Steve did not want to jump, but when he saw that the soldiers of the Queen of Netherland are coming from behind to kill him, he was forced to jump on Garrett. Before these people reach those hills for their destination, their wings stop working and they fall on the ground. Coming here, Garrett asks Steve that who were these soldiers who attacked us this time. Then Steve tells that these are the soldiers of the Queen of Netherland who want to destroy the overworld. Because years ago, her own people made fun of her dancing skills, due to which the rage ignited a fire in her. She started hating the overworld and started hating every talented person. She now wants to destroy the overworld by killing all creative people. She is attacking us because she wants the orb that we have. Garrett asks that you also want this orb. Why do you want it? Steve says that I want this orb to save my dog. If that queen did not get that orb, she will kill my dog and keep me captive for life. Here we are shown his dog, who was very sad because of Steve's departure. It was night too. Henry's sister and his friends were alone. This dog comes in front of them, and from his collar, they recognize that he is Steve's dog. These people also wanted to go to their friends. Steve's dog starts leading them towards him by smelling Steve's scent. Here Steve had earlier taken the Garrett to the mine where the treasure was hidden. Before these people could take anything, the guards here start destroying this mine as they get the news of someone's arrival. In this way, the lives of these three are in danger. Steve quickly makes them sit in a cart and quickly takes the cart out of the mine. As soon as they come out, that mine is completely destroyed. And Henry gets angry on Garrett that because of your greed, our lives were going to be in danger. Here, Garrett also gets angry and says that my life is not as easy as yours. I have gone bankrupt. I need money, and doing all this has become my compulsion. Steve was understanding his emotions, and he tells him that my condition is also just like yours. Well, now these people reach Woodland Mansion, and before going inside, Steve gives some instructions to these people. He tells that there are some assassins on the first floor of Woodland Mansion who attack others with an axe and do not leave them alive. Magicians keep roaming on the second floor, and the earth crystal is on the third floor, which is protected by Endermen. Their eyes are very mysterious. Whatever happens, you people should not look into their eyes. Henry and Garrett make a plan, following which, first of all, Garrett goes to this mansion and starts singing a song. And by diverting the attention of all the assassins towards him, he gives Henry a chance to go to the second floor. But here some assassins had still seen Henry going up. But Henry runs quickly and reaches the third floor without coming in the sight of anyone from the second floor. Garrett and Steve still had to fight with the people outside down below so that Henry could do his work. Henry gets that earth crystal, but then the Enderman comes behind him, in whose eyes he accidentally looks, and he starts getting hallucinations, as if all the people he knows are calling him a loser. His thoughts were spinning around all these things, but in time he controlled his emotions and killed the Enderman with the axe he had. As he was killed, a crystal was formed in his place, which had the power to teleport. He picked it up and came down, and with him Steve and Garrett also came out of this woodland mansion. These people were just leaving from here when the Queen of Netherland came here with her soldiers. They snatched earth crystal and orb from these people, after which blasted the same bomb so that these people could not reach them. Garrett fell down due to the blast of the bomb, and here Henry and Steve faint. When they regained consciousness, they saw that Steve's dog had found them, and they brought them back home. But Garrett was no longer with them. It is shown that the Queen now activates that orb and Earth crystal by putting it on her portal, due to which a laser shoots from the Netherland, which starts creating darkness inside the overworld as well. Now she wanted to dominate the overworld as well. Seeing all this, Steve becomes very sad, and to set everything right, he makes a plan for a war with his companions. Preparing some of their weapons, they enter the battlefield. Due to the mini-bombs and weapons made by them, these people were killing the Queen's soldiers of the Netherland one after the other, and the Queen gets angry seeing this. She now calls a very big monster of hers to fight everyone here. After dealing with him, Steve now comes to fight with him. Here, Henry also knew that if he takes the Earth crystal out of that portal, then all this destruction will stop. He uses his brain. Putting the teleporting crystal in his pressure gun that he had, he throws it near the Earth crystal, due to which he also teleports there. Before he could pick up the crystal, a soldier from the Netherlands threw a bomb near him, due to which he fell down. Before he could die by falling down, Garrett comes inside an air balloon and saves his life in the air, and we come to know that Garrett was not dead either, but he was saved because of this air balloon. Now Henry and Garrett go near the portal wall of the Netherland and break that wall, due to which the portal itself gets destroyed, and all the negativity that was coming to the overworld also ends. Here sunlight spreads again, due to which all the soldiers of the Netherland turn into zombies. And the Queen of the Netherland also loses all her powers. Despite losing power, she also tried to kill Steve once, but she could not succeed in it, and in this way, Steve's team won this battle. All these people prepare to go back to Earth. Steve gives his dog to them as a gift, and he decides to stay here alone to enjoy the life of the overworld. Then Henry's sister asks him, "Why don't you spread your magic in the real world?" Hearing this, Steve's mind also changes, and he also comes back to his world, where all these people start a new gaming zone for Steve. Henry and Garrett together launch a new game, which becomes popular in a few days, and all the problems of Garrett also get solved. Steve also became Garrett's store partner, and he used to give live performances in Garrett's store. This time Henry also comes to school wearing his jetpack himself, due to which all the children get very impressed with him, and with this the movie ends.